it's time for Bet On It, brought to you by Warhorse Sportsbook. Go to the casinos in Lincoln or in Omaha to place your sports bets. It's the best place. Keep your money on the left side of the river, which is the right side of the river, right here in Nebraska, and place your sports bets with Warhorse. DB.
Yes.
You doing all right over there?
No.
You seem like you're struggling a little bit.
I
am.
am. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this whole coaching thing.
Here, so I get what you're saying. I really do. I also think you're going to be wrong, not you personally, as a coach.
Yeah.
You're going to be wrong more often than you're right. And maybe that's worth it because when you're right, it works out really, really well, or it can. But the problem is if you err on that side too frequently, it will bite you.
Yeah.
Because what did we see? Jeff Sims was a really good example. You brought that up. I'm going to give you credit there. He was a really good example of this because the coaches obviously saw something in him that they liked, and they thought that they could nourish and get it to come out and be who he was, right? Is that fair?
Yeah.
What everyone else saw drove them crazy.
Yeah.
Including, I'm guessing, some of his teammates.
Yeah. But here's the reason why Sims is a good but not a great example.
Okay.
Because they didn't give the experiment a long time.
Longer than some of us would have liked.
Well, not really, though, because even when Nebraska came back to Lincoln for their first home game, they went with H2 again.
Yeah.
Even though Sims was kind of hurt, but kind of practicing, it still was, all right, let's go with this. It wasn't as long as we make it seem.
It felt like an eternity.
No, I know.
But you're right. It was 2 games, basically, right?
Yeah.
It felt like an eternity, though.
Yeah.
And so that's why I say longer than some of us would have liked. But that's an example of them pulling the plug reasonably early.
Right.
But they also had their hand forced a little bit.
And to Nebraska's credit, we saw what we felt like was the end game with Coach Harburg, with Harburg by the end of the season. So you could at least, if you had half a brain or you were objective, you could say, well, I could see why they wanted it to go this way early.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, you could see that Harburg was limited in some areas.
So, I don't.
And let's not pretend like Jeff Sims at Georgia Tech didn't have some incredible highlights, because he did.
Yeah.
Right? So I get.
So it was relative to the hand that I think they were dealt.
100%. And that matters here, too, in terms of time frame.
Yeah, if I'm sitting in a 2-5 no limit game and the best hand that I'm going to get is pocket threes all day, I got to play differently.
Sure.
I got to take a few more chances.
100%.
Right?
You're going to have to bluff a little bit more. And so I definitely understand that. I think where it gets a little dangerous.
Like mystical? Danger! Woo, woo!
Nope.
Get on the floor. I should not use I if anybody has any historical context to mystical, I should probably not use him. He's a bit of a criminal.
Not a great guy?
No, I don't think so. No.
So do you want to use Michael Jackson instead?
What are we?
So was he was dangerous, right?
Yeah, he was dangerous.
But he's also
not
apparently not a great example.
Well, he has the song "Smooth Criminal," so I mean, if you want to go down that road.
Oh, foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
good morning again.
Shane,
can you keep the unalive out of your mouth?
Shane, you just want to drop P. Diddy on us too now, or what?
Yeah.
Like what? Yeah. What are we doing out here, Shane?
Wow.
I'm not putting all those guys in the same boat together.
And is there anybody can we use different people?
Like who?
Oh, I don't know. I just didn't like the 3 examples we gave.
You prefer like Bill Cosby or?
Wow. No, still similar vein.
Oh, he's older though. He's not a musician. I thought that's what we were doing here. You wanted somebody in a different part of the entertainment industry?
Oh, he did songs.
Oh, stop it.
Stop it. I mean,
what about our most infamous island owner? Is that better?
No. Hashtag too soon.
Okay, I was just asking. I didn't.
Infamous island owner.
I don't know who we're going for here.
All right.
I mean, by the end, Michael Jackson was a little different than what you're talking about here.
Okay.
Didn't have a lot of resemblance to Tito at that point.
How did you guys get down this road?
What
happened?
The collective pucker.
Wow. Anyway, so
What?
can't.
Who sent it?
No, I was gonna say it.
Oh, joke Tourette's?
Yeah.
Yeah, move on.
Shut it down. Shut it down. What do we got for games tonight, DB?
It's not a great slate.
Well, I smell bad.
Shane, what is that from? Because I think it's hilarious.
It's from Boys in the Hood.
No, it's not.
I haven't seen that movie. I don't know.
Which, by the way, when
Well,
is disappointed in you, you need to get it.
And I'll bet you that you lose that
He does not strike me as the poster child for urbanics.
I'm disappointed in DeMarinis that he doesn't listen to the show enough to get the joke.
He goes back and gets it on.
I know, but he didn't get the joke that I made. Like, if he was listening to the show a little closer, he'd understand the Boys in the Hood joke that I made in the group chat.
You can't cover as many things as he does in depth. And
I just thought he was one of our friends. That's all. Thought he cared for us. Thought he'd be concerned about.
Oh shoot, Ravi.
Yeah, was concerned about our collective puckering. You know.
You got a lot of problems.
Who, me?
Yes.
Illinois has Maryland tonight.
Yeah, and you know what's weird?
How do you feel about that number?
I kind of like Maryland.
Do you?
I wouldn't lock it up though, but if I had to play it, I'll take the 9.
Oh, I've got it at 7.5.
Yeah,
Is it plummeting?
Wow, is it 7.5 now?
I've got Illinois at 7.5.
Are you going
now?
back
This is ESPN, so our lines are a little different sometimes, but I've got Illinois at minus 7.5.
Usually TK reconciles this.
TK, find us the number.
Yeah. You're right. You're currently
it dropped.
Yeah. You're right. It is 7.5.
So a lot of Maryland money coming in.
Well, let me go to the details and watch the movement.
Mm-hmm. You do love you some line movement.
Okay, so I'm not dumb. This is last night.
Okay.
11:48, 9:02, 8:58, 9, 9.5, 10, 9. So at one point it was
got up to 10.
So it's not as nice a plump number
for Maryland. If you like Maryland plus,
if I would as I would have liked. But I would definitely take Maryland. And this is going against my Illini at home.
You do love you some Fighting Illini.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to not.
You do. They're your pseudo favorite.
We're not just about to throw around the word love.
They're your pseudo favorite Big Ten team. I think so. That's fair. I think they're the team in the Big Ten you like the best.
Yeah, not historically. Just
this year. Yeah.
I do think. Although they're gonna screw me.
Why is that?
Because they embody everything that I don't like. They lack consistency.
Kind of light switchy.
Yeah. And I hate volatility.
Yeah.
So it goes against my normal thought process, but they are by far and away the most capable. And by the way, you know why I don't like Michigan State?
Why is that?
Because I'm probably one of the few guys that doesn't really. I don't like Fears right now.
Yeah.
I think his shot selection stinks. But that's a good
team.
And Kohler's starting to play better interiorly, so like they can play through that guy.
I'll tell you the same thing about Illinois that I told my buddy Evan at the start of the season.
You know, people are going to think his first name is my buddy.
Yeah, my buddy Evan. That's his full name.
He's never just Evan. You always say my buddy Evan.
No, that's his government name. Is my buddy Evan.
Hey, what's your name, my buddy? Huh?
It's
like the little doll.
No.
My buddy.
I just like people to know he's my friend.
You ain't got any of those.
Is that I don't totally trust Underwood.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about him. He seems like a fine coach.
You sound like such a politician.
I just don't
like such a fine coach.
I don't totally trust it.
Oh.
And I feel like we've seen that play out with Illinois over the course of the season.
We need to be cheering for the Mavs. And they're actually catching points at home, ladies and
against
gentlemen.
St. Thomas.
Yes.
Was it 1.5 still?
No, it's 3.
It's 3 now?
Seems like a lot for two teams that are playing well, but
it was 1.5 last night.
St. Thomas is pretty good.
Some money coming in on St. Thomas, apparently.
Yeah. I got one for you.
What do we got?
Let's lock it up. Let's lock up Santa Clara.
Santa Clara. What's the number?
5.
Okay.
Hosting your Cougars. Not a regular Cougar.
BYU?
Washington State.
Houston?
Washington.
Too many Cougars. That's DB. I'm Ravi. Let's bet on
Not
it.
enough for Shane.
Brought to you by War Sportsbook.
Heard that.